The following video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. All credit of licensed content goes to respectful owners. All rights reserved. Kimi no Nawa, literally translated as Your Name, is written and directed by Makoto Shinkai, a man who is possibly the next big auteur in anime. Yes, this is how you say auteur. This is what all my film professors do. It's kind of hard to describe the full premise of the story without spoiling, so to keep it short, it's about a small-town country girl and a city boy who are somehow connected to each other in a unique, spiritual manner. Together, they bond and experience strange, catastrophic events that challenge their relationship, as well as the comfort and desires in their personal lives. This film is a journey in a world filled with atmosphere, mystery, and visual wonder. A journey about growth and resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. A journey about love that transcends space and time as we watch our two protagonists struggle relentlessly against fate. A journey that just might be the greatest anime movie experience I've had in years. As a college film student, I admit over the years I have developed a bit more of a critical perspective when it comes to watching movies. So it's arguably rare for me to really fanboy over anything these days. But this movie is freaking amazing. Seriously, Zootopia is great. I have yet to see Kubo and the Two Strings, but I'm pretty sure the competition for best animated film this year is dead. 2016 is done. I don't need to see another animated film all year because Kimi no Nawa killed it. In fact, I just want to see this movie again and again. And I'm saying this because it's actually ridiculous how much depth and visual complexity there is in this film that you would have to watch it several times to actually fully understand and appreciate it. Let's talk about this director for a second. Shinkai's artistry is something people tend to love or hate. For one, his style is very visually captivating. Often his work features stunning composition while blending hand-drawn animation with CGI or live action footage flawlessly. However, his movies are not just eye candy, as some of his critics like to say. They're actually very deep and philosophical, with similar visual elements and concepts in common, such as the metaphorical imagery of trains and stars, quiet character moments of loneliness and isolation, and of course, the theme of love versus temporality. Shinkai's films are usually not meant to be taken lightly. They're more focused on being mature and insightful than actually providing excitement or fan service. They actually explore internal emotion and the nature of human relationships in quiet ways that are rarely seen or discussed in anime today. But even if you're not a fan of this style or choice of subject, definitely give Kimi no Nawa a chance. This is by far his most ambitiously original film in many ways. For instance, there's an actual mystical supernatural element to the story apart from his previous films that are set purely on realism. The pacing is a lot faster and action-packed. There's a surprising amount of humor in the script, making the chemistry between the characters more lighthearted and comically entertaining than expected. All of this is done through a narrative vision so emotional, so brilliantly realized. I'm pretty sure everyone at the Anime Expo world premiere was tearing up, including me. Not even exaggerating, this film is a constant roller coaster of feels. One moment you're laughing and smiling, the next you're immediately heartbroken. It's just outstanding direction. And a lot of that direction has to do with fantastic editing and sound design, but we'll get into that later. What mainly drives the unique experience and makes this story so captivating is the dynamics of our two main characters' relationship. You get to explore how these two have all sorts of personal anxieties and wishful thoughts that their lifestyles situate them in. But when they try to fulfill these desires, they end up learning just as much about each other as they're discovering themselves. What I'm trying to say is, the premise of the story itself allows these two to bond on a more personal level. It just makes it so much more intriguing than the usual teenage love story. And when we eventually witness the forces that threaten to separate them, the action's not just intense anymore, it's actually saddening, it's heartbreaking, it's spellbinding. Again, editing and sound design play a huge role in this immersive storytelling. Every sequence is cut to perfection. There's rarely a single dull moment in the film because of how gripping and story-driven the timing of every cut is. The natural sound design combined with the beautiful music score is just so immersive. In fact, you could pretty much say the same thing for all of the aesthetics. Everything about this film is so subtle and moving, yet powerful at times of rising danger or conflict. Because again, Kimi no Nawa is not just any anime movie. The animation's fantastic, but the world is so deep and complex and full of rich detail that I'm pretty sure it has the potential to be viewed and studied as art cinema. It's honestly hard to think of any real flaws or criticisms for this movie because it's so beautifully crafted, so meticulously detailed. I don't feel like I even did 80% of the movie justice in this review. To do that, I would probably need to make a spoiler analysis video. And to do that, I would probably have to watch the film a couple more times to fully appreciate the sophisticated visual techniques and imagery used throughout this movie. I know I sound like I'm fanboying, but I really am being serious, guys. Director Makoto Shinkai is going places. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Kimi no Nawa is undoubtedly phenomenal out of 10. If you truly love anime for its human artistry and potential for originality, and not just for boobs or weeaboo fantasies, do yourself a favor and add this movie to a list. And when Funimation makes this available in the US or wherever you live, go see it. Experience this masterpiece for yourself. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my review. I'm sorry this came out a bit late. I've been rather busy. As you can probably tell, I'm not in my room at home anymore. I just moved into a new place for college again. And of course, LA is full of traffic and planes, so I apologize if you're hearing a lot of background noise. But regardless, if you enjoyed this video, please consider commenting and subscribing if you haven't already. Also, be sure to check out my social media for updates. Links are in the description below. As always, thank you so much for watching. My name is Calvin C. Shinobi, and until next time, boom.